Hello, welcome. I'm Miss Nada, one of the counselors here at KISJ, and today we'll be talking about child protection and safeguarding. I'm the school counselor for all of the 9th grade students at the high school. My colleague, Mr. Nathan Tipton, who's the 5th and 6th grade counselor, will also be joining me in this presentation. And a new member of our community, a very important member of our community, is Miss Sujin. She is our Student Support Services Coordinator, and when it comes to child protection and safeguarding, she is known as our Child Protection Officer. Our agenda for today is to review and discuss the child protection policies and safeguarding procedures here at KISJ. We also want to provide you with some skills to be able to recognize, respond, and report in cases of child protection. When we talk about child protection, we're talking about all forms of abuse, physical, emotional, and sexual abuse, as well as neglect and exploitation. When we use the word safeguarding, we're talking about the responsibility that we have as an educational institution and as a community to make sure that our staff, operations, and programs aren't exposing our children to harm, but that we're also reporting when there's suspected incidences of abuse or neglect. The key principles of child protection are that all children have equal rights, all schools have a duty of care, and we as educators and parents, members of this educational community, have a duty to report. In summary, our child protection policies and procedure is as follows. All KISJ stakeholders must immediately report suspected incidences of child abuse or self-harm. Who our faculty or parents must report that information to is the grade level counselor for that student and or our child protection officer, which we mentioned earlier is Ms. Sujin, our student support services coordinator. In all situations, all cases that have to do with child protection, whether it's low or high risk, we have an investigative process and we make sure that we work in collaboration with the family and all stakeholders to develop a support plan that's going to ensure the safety of the student and support the well-being of the entire family. For more specifics, please take the time to review the child protection policies and safeguarding procedures as a whole, which can be found in the KISJ School and Dorm Life Guide on pages 71 to 76. You also have access, whenever needed, to our grade level counselors and our child protection officer, Ms. Sujin. Please don't hesitate to reach out for help and support when it comes to child protection or any aspect of our student safety and development.
Hi, I'm Nathan Tipton, and I'm a school counselor at KISJ. I'm going to talk to you about child protection in action. We follow the 3 R's as we are responding to child protection issues. The first R is to recognize, and this is where we are looking at the indicators or signs that we may have a child protection or safeguarding issue. The second R is respond, and this is essentially how we conduct ourselves when children approach us or we approach children. The third R is report, and this is what we do with the information once we have received it and who we are reporting to. The first R, again, is to recognize. This is where we are looking at the physical and behavioral indicators of different types of abuse. We have a list provided here on this slide of different indicators, but we also provide more exhaustive lists for teachers and members of our community in the School and Dorm Life Guide, as well as our official child protection policy here at the school. Now, I should note that just because a single indicator is present, it doesn't necessarily mean that abuse is occurring. However, when we see these indicators stack up with each other and they're combined, We need to pay close attention, record what we notice, and consider the possibility of abuse. The second R is respond. This is where we remind ourselves that we are adults in the situation. And so, being adults, we need to respond calmly, listen to what the child has to say without asking leading questions, and we only ask questions that we need to understand the basic facts and determine the immediate safety of the child. We document what the child has told us, when it was, and who was present. Throughout, we maintain our composure. We understand that these issues can be upsetting, but on the outside, we don't let it show that it's upsetting us. We provide reassurance throughout that the student did the right thing and that we do take their information seriously. Always we need to inform the child of our duty to report the information that they have shared with us, and we need to share it with an adult who can support them. In this case, it would be the grade level counselor or our child protection officer. Throughout this responding process, we maintain confidentiality by informing only designated support staff. We do this because we want to respect the privacy of the child and the issues that they may be going through. The third R is report, and this must be done immediately if we suspect that there's a child protection or safeguarding case. Information must be reported to the grade level counselor or the child protection officer. We do this because we believe in the key principles that all children have equal rights, all schools have a duty to care, and all educators have a duty to report. We welcome your feedback as parents. We want to know what questions you may have about child protection policies at the school. We want to know how we can best serve the child protection and safeguarding needs of our community here. So please reach out, contact your grade level counselor or our student support services coordinator if you need support or would like to give feedback. Thank you for your time today and have a nice day. Goodbye.